Same reason I always have is schoolwork. Because it actually is. I'm far behind. But anyways, guys, today we're gonna be talking about the Inferno Squadron. The girl you see in the trailer. It's Inferno Squad. That's the captain of Inferno Squadron. Now she is indeed pretty badass. She looks pretty cool, and I can't wait to get into the storyline because the storyline actually leads into the Force Awakens era. Now we're gonna have some more. I'm gonna have some more information on this. You guys leave a comment down what you guys think, what can possibly happen in the storyline, or what do you want to see in the campaign, and who you want to see, because we already know Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren is going to be playable actually in the storyline. So can't wait to get into this. The Inferno Squadron is happening. Okay, so the girl from the trailer is Dact General. I can't pronounce her name. It's General something like that. It's something General. And she is the indeed fact leader of Inferno Squadron. It sounds so badass. So her story picks up right after the destruction of the Death Star. Oh, forget the Death Star. It takes place right after the Death Star 2, after it blows up, guys. Oh, I didn't want this one, but it actually takes place after the Death Star 2, after it blows up and everything like that. So, you know what that means, guys. We will see some connotation how she, we're gonna see how she actually turns over. I mean, not turn over. Become more aspiring to the Empire, because she is a leader for the I was about to say rebels. She is in fact leader of the Inferno Squadron, and that is amazing because they're special forces and special ops. They deal on ground, space, and more other things. And as you can see, her spaceship, well, her shuttle, looks in depth pretty cool, and the campaign's supposed to tell more about Inferno Squadron, about her home, and I cannot wait to actually get into see how she's actually going to play out, because indeed it will pick up after the Death Star 2 has exploded, because in the trailer she says, "I still remember my last order," and you hear Palpatine, and then you see the Death Star 2 in the background being completed. So now we now know what the storyline's about, but then we also get some news from EA and DICE and the people that made the storyline, and it actually is becoming a book. It's called Star Wars Battlefront 2 Inferno Squadron. And now it does not look like a bad book, but it actually tells you more about the Inferno Squadron, more stuff about who she is, and how she got there. So let's jump right in it, guys. So actually her planet actually submitted to the Empire. It didn't get occupation. Her planet, I do remember the planet's name, but it's also another hard one to play. But her planet actually submitted it. It didn't get taken over. I mean, it did get taken over, but they actually liked the Imperial rules. So they didn't take it over by force. They took it over by just taking it over, So her family, well, her father, actually submitted to these rules, so she has a legacy to own up to in her Imperial days. So by joining the Inferno Squadron means she's the heart of the Empire. She does special ops missions, she does ground, she does Air Force, she does all things for the Empire. She can do everything if the Empire says it. Damn it, Chewbacca, why can't you focus that? So she does anything the Empire needs her to do. So, and her squadron name is Inferno Squadron. So she's on the front with Maul and Rey. So I can't wait to actually see the Inferno Squadron in action. So the book is based around her and her life in the Inferno Squadron. So it starts off when I think she's a little kid. I don't know. The book has been released. It's not going to be released for some while now, because we got that out. Star Celebration, guys. I cannot wait for this game to be released, and the book about Inferno Squadron. So Inferno Squadron is her group. She leads, as you can tell, the mission on the ground, because the men didn't know she was coming, and she says that's the point. So the rebels are in for a new one, and then the trailer goes into another one where she's at her home planet with all the red trees and imperial flags and all that, as you guys can see. So she has a lot of imperial inspired. She's really inspired by the Empire. She really likes what the Empire stands for. So she doesn't come from no rebel planet where the Empire has to imply force on the people. She comes from a planet where they actually submitted, and they actually like the Empire's rules, and they actually like what they're doing to the galaxy, and they want to shut down the rebels. So that's where Inferno Squadron comes in, and her father actually submitted to these rules, and her home is really beautiful, but also one of the most other dangerous planets on the galaxy, I would say, because I would think this planet is guarded really good with AT-ATs, ST-STs, a lot of troopers, because as you can see in the trailer, there's a lot of red Empire stuff. There's not really a lot of resistance. You don't really see it. Bullet places everywhere, tanks everywhere. You really kind of see all the trees and see how nice it is, and you kind of see how all the how well it's taken care of. So and in speculation there, I mean, like, you can kind of see that the Empire actually does not want to harm these people. They actually just there to protect the planet because they actually like all the rules and stuff like that. So Inferno Squadron should be the best campaign ever out of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we can expect it coming November 17th. If you got the early thing like I did, I get it November 14th. But let's keep talking about Inferno Squadron. I can't wait, guys. This armor looks so cool. Okay, so she has the armor like a Imperial pilot, and she goes she goes to ground raids and aerial force raids. So you can either see her in a TIE fighter or on the ground. Like we see her in the farthest move indoor, she comes to back up some Imperial friends first. Now I cannot wait to actually see how she is in the whole entire game, because you know, in Inferno Squadron, I mean, in the book Inferno Squadron hasn't came out yet. I really want this book to hurry up and come out, so so we can actually see how balanced out it is from the real thing. So and once you read the Inferno Squadron, it should be amazing. I mean, it should be an amazing thing you ever fucking read, because most people don't like to read today's books. So, like I said, yes. I do want to see more in Inferno Squadron. Now, we do not have a lot on Inferno Squadron yet, but we can kind of guess what they're kind of all about. Well, if you watch the Star Wars Celebration thing, she says she is there to inspire all the people around the Empire. So, like, everybody that likes the Empire, likes what they're doing with the galaxy, hopes the war doesn't prevail, and hopes the Empire always wins, and hopes the Empire just destroys rebels. And that's where she comes in. She inspires all the people that like to fight, like the Empire, to stand up and fight what they believe in. But now, all the people that doesn't understand or don't like the Empire, that's where half of where Inferno Squadron comes in. Because I mean, not Inferno Squadron, half of the Imperials come in, they invade planets like that, and then they take it over and stuff happens like that. Well, Inferno Squadron comes in and they inspire all the rebels and all the people that like the Empire to stand up and fight what their beliefs in. So the people that actually like the Empire doesn't have to actually go through a draft because, you know, it's not there. But now the people that do like the Empire and see how they're helping the Empire, they don't have to go through a draft. But we're going to talk about Inferno Squadron. So Inferno Squadron actually looks pretty cool because then, because we've seen the trailer as we do, she is the leader of all Inferno Squadron. So I hope we get to, I mean, of course we're going to be playing as her, but I want to see how she actually plays out. You know, is she more a... I mean, we know she's the captain, but I want to see, I want to see how she commands her squadron through the storyline. You know, because every captain or general has their type of commanding their troops. So, like, everybody has their commanding of troops, and everybody has their commanding of a certain type of troops. Now, so Inferno Squadron is more like a special ops. So I want to see how they actually command their troops, because special ops is not that easy to. Oh, you fucking serious, man? Are you to control? So I do want to see how she actually balances it out and see how she actually takes control of her troops and inspires her troops. Inspire her troops to lead them into battle every time. Now, I hope we don't keep seeing ground missions, invading planets, taking over the ground. I hope we see some space missions in there, because I want to see how the Inferno Squadron handles the sky, I mean, in the dark cold of space, and see how they take over the enemy's planes of base. So, that's what I want to see Inferno Squadron do, because that's what they're meant to do, space and ground at the same time. But they're also meant to do what they can do on the ground and in space. But we see them coming out of hyperspace at first. So, does that mean they more air or more ground missions than both? Or they do the exact same of both? They do one ground mission, one space mission, one ground, one space, one ground, one space, and they keep going back and forth? Or do they just do a lot of one thing? I hope it's different. I hope they don't keep doing the same thing, keep going in space, you know. But space battles is a difference in the matter in this game, because I do want to see how the space battles are going to be played out. Because now that they brought the Clone Wars in it, space battles should be recognized a lot more. So, and I also want to see Inferno Squadron transfer to the Force Awakens era, because that's what it's leading to. After the Empire's falling, and after the second Death Star gets blown up, and after Emperor Palpatine dies, I want to see where they go next, because Inferno Squadron needs someone to command. I mean, someone needs to command them, and I hope that is I hope that's the First Order. Now, I'm not for sure who's the guy in the red suit that we saw in the trailer, but I guess we can have a pretty good idea if he's going to be the next Emperor Palpatine or Snoke. I'm not really sure it's Snoke in particular, because I really doubt that, but I really hope it's something important on the rise of the First Order. Now, I do want them to switch how they got switched over to the First Order, or is the Galactic Empire still running without Emperor Palpatine? Who was leading? Because without Darth Vader, without Emperor Palpatine, I want to see who's running all of this mayhem. But the main thing I want to see is Inferno Squadron, though, because Inferno Squadron is like the main squadron I'm looking for in the campaign. Because in the campaign, Inferno Squadron runs it all with a lot of help. Boom. So, like I said, guys, So Inferno Squadron actually is the bee's knees. They run everything. They're actually pretty dominant on both. We didn't really see how they fought a little bit. They actually came in and helped. They was stormtroopers actually prevail on the planet, and then they see the Death Star explode right in front of them, guys. So I definitely want to see how Inferno Squadron does it. They switch over somehow, and I definitely want to see how, because that would be amazing if I saw how. And the storyline should be amazing because you get to play as Luke Skywalker, and you get to play as Kylo Ren. Now, I don't know when in the storyline, when in the storyline you're supposed to play as him. But I know you're supposed to play as them because in Star Wars Celebration, they did say you get to play as Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker, so you actually get to pick up a lightsaber and make the life or death situation. Just get a life or death situation. Get out of here. All you do is get a slice through now, and it should be easy. But I do want to see how those guys come into the storyline and how they affect it a lot, because if they don't affect it a lot, then I want to see how they actually help each side wins, because it's Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker. Now Luke Skywalker's in The Force Awakens at the end when Rey comes to him, so I do want to see how does Kylo Ren and young Luke Skywalker make it into the trailer. Now yes, I did say young Luke Skywalker, I did, because in the trailer, the captain of Inferno Squadron is right behind Luke Skywalker, pouring the E11 blast right out the back of his head, and he stands up with R2-D2 in the back. So I do want to see how he, how is Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren all connected into one big group. I want to see how they are matched with each other, because if they're matched pretty good and the storyline's pretty good, and they put Kylo Ren and young Luke Skywalker in at the right time, then that would be amazing, because the storyline looks already pretty amazing, because Inferno Squadron their armor looks pretty good, and the storyline should be pretty juicy because it's in the Force Awakens era. It goes from the Galactic Civil War to the Force Awakens era. So that is another thing that's been changing in Star Wars Battlefront. We haven't had a campaign in this one, but then in Star Wars 2 Battlefront we actually get to see two things change. Two things going from one era to the next era to another era. So that is another thing I actually want to see happen. How does it happen? Well, in the trailer, like I said, in the trailer, we see the Death Star 2 blow up. So that might be an indication how Inferno Squadron gets transferred over to the First Order. So I do want to see how the First Order commands the Inferno Squadron, or does the Inferno Squadron take on their own orders to take down the rebels. Now I did hear some confirmation that Inferno Squadron does imply very good heavily stuff to the Empire, to the rebels. So are the rebels up for Inferno Squadron, or are they not? Because the Inferno Squadron looks pretty badass, and what she says in some of the trailer, when they are on her home planet and they're battling it out, it looks like it's actually a pretty dang good battle. So I hope they can be up for the challenge when Inferno Squadron strikes. So, and plus, I want to know how Luke Skywalker gets into the game and how is he supposed to play out as a young Luke Skywalker. And don't forget, there are 3 multi-stage eras in the game: Clone Wars, Force Awakens, and the normal Rebel era. So, like I said, so young Luke Skywalker is still in the game, and then Kylo Ren, and then Rey, and then I hope Han Solo and Chewbacca still makes it into the game, and Bosch. So I hope they take all the same heroes and villains from this first one and put them back in the second one. But so Inferno Squadron, I really hope we get to play as her during the multiplayer too, because the if we get to play her in the multiplayer, that would be amazing. I want to see what her stuff would be. You know, be like special ops stuff. And I think that would be cool to play as the girl that runs Inferno Squadron inside the campaign, because if we get to play her as a multiplayer, I want to see what era she would be listed in. Would she be listed into the normal Rebel era? Would she be listed into the normal, or she will be listed in the Force Awakens era? Because yet again, she does get transferred over to the Force Awakens era after the Death Star explodes. So I do want to see how she would get transferred, or what galactic place would she be in. Now, we have no confirmation that she is going to be in the multiplayer, but if she's being in the multiplayer, I hope she is, because the multiplayer would make a whole difference in villains and stuff like that. Because I would like her to be in the multiplayer and in the campaign, because the campaign would make sure it's up, get to play her inside. What's up? I'm making a YouTube video about Star Wars 2 Battlefront. How do you feel about this?
Star Wars 2 Battlefront?
Yeah.
Yep, Star Wars Battlefront 2?
It hasn't came out yet, but I pre-ordered it. So how do you feel about Star Wars 2 Battlefront coming out?
Good.
That's amazing. Have you seen the trailer for it yet?
No.
Oh man, you should check out the trailer. I'm talking about Inferno Squadron. The girl on the front of the cover with Darth Maul and Rey, the pilot right in front. That's the leader of Inferno Squadron. She is pretty badass, and so there's gonna be a campaign to this. The campaign is gonna lead around a squadron called Inferno Squadron, and she's gonna have to do some things, you know. So she's in the time of Return of the Jedi, and then the Death Star 2 blows up, and then she has to go to, I'm guessing, what is the First Order. So you know, so she gets transferred over, I think. If the Death Star 2 blows up and she goes over to the Force Awakens era, I hope that happens, because that will mean it would be amazing. Oh yeah. So, did you like the first Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah,
I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. Oh, and guys, just to let you know, there might not be a Star Wars 2 Battlefront Season Pass. We're getting a lot of stuff on this. It's amazing. And the third person, guys, it's staying. The third person, how you can go in third person in Star Wars Battlefront, yeah, it's gonna stay. And trust me, guys, DICE is coming out with a lot more of the Clone Wars trailers. So I think we should be looking at a trailer sometime this month.
Hey, can I be in a YouTube video with you?
Yeah, you're already in a YouTube video right now.
I said I knew him later. I'm into little crackers. Yeah.
So, guys, like I said, it comes out November 17th. If the people that doesn't pre-order. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a structure, alright?
Alright. So guys, like I said, it goes into November 17th, guys. For the people that pre-order and get the special edition like I did, I get it a week earlier. I get it the 14th. We'll just like a couple days earlier before the actual real copy releases. So guys, don't remember, you have to get Star Wars 2 Battlefront. If you guys are hardcore Star Wars Battlefront, you like the first one, I will advise you guys to get the second Star Wars Battlefront to actually play in the Clone Wars, because a lot of people like the Clone Wars era. Most people requested the Clone era. So just to let you confirmed, they're actually going to be inside the game. And I hope we get some more Clone Wars news. I mean, more Clone Wars heroes inside the game too. So I would like to see Luke Skywalker. I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke, and Han Solo, Anakin Skywalker, and Princess Padme Amidala in this Clone Wars. And then I would like to see Master Yoda, which we already know is going to be in the Clone Wars. And then we actually going to see, I hope we actually see Mace Windu, Ayla Secooter, and Plo Koon. And Kick Fisto if we possibly can. If Kick Fisto, possibly can. If you can't do Kick Fisto, then we're good. But yeah, I want to see those characters into it. And then, of course, we need the general of all generals, General Grievous, as the droid army leader, guys. And then I think we might see Count Dooku, and then we're definitely going to see Darth Maul in Star Wars Battlefront 2, guys. So, if you haven't already marked it on your calendar, guys, go ahead and mark it. It's November 17th, coming out this year. So, don't be afraid to go and spend your money on something else. I'm just saying, Star Wars 2 Battlefront is coming out, guys. It's pretty freaking amazing. And anybody is psyched for it as I am, I'm pretty damn psyched. On you, man. I'm pretty excited for this game to come out. So dang, guys, I'm sorry. Coming down with a cold, I guess. Oh.
Yeah, why did your partner?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I have PlayStation Plus. If I don't have PlayStation Plus, guys, I don't know if I can get too far. No, leave that. Yep, I don't have PlayStation Plus. Alright, do you want to do some skirmish? Yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Whoa. Yeah. Just look at heroes versus villains.
And then we're gonna press X when I tell you, alright? 3, 1. Did you press it?
No, I don't have PlayStation Plus, guys. I need to get some PlayStation Plus going. Alright, guys, so this is going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys like this content and subscribe for more. And I will be showing Star Wars 2 Battlefront when it comes out, guys. Can't wait! November 17th, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.